Although you have like the little.
I know, I have them.
It's adorable. We're just gonna go with it. And hello, everybody. Welcome to WD Carousel of Podcast. My name's Crystal.
And I'm Ian.
And I guess I was introing this one.
Yeah, we never talked about it.
Nope,
so
not at all. So this is a special episode coming to you live, kind of, on the Facebooks. And if you see me look to your right, my left, it's because we have a big...
The stream is...
Yes.
Yeah.
That he put on his big TV. So
Yes.
there's just like a life-size version of the two of us sitting right next to us.
It's sort of unsettling, but we're going to roll with it.
It just kind of reminds me of, Bill and Ted a little bit.
A little bit.
But copyright infringement, we're not going to get into that.
We're just going to leave it right there.
Did you actually have to press that button too? Because I'm not seeing the numbers going there. I wasn't sure.
No need.
Okay.
Yep.
Fun things when you're dealing with live.
Yes.
Which we don't do often. In fact, we realized that we haven't done it since...
almost...
It was our first year one.
Year one, so it was would have been February of 2019.
Yes.
No. That can't be right. 1 year.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
It was a while ago.
Yes.
Either way, it was a while ago.
So we wanted to go over a little bit of Disney updates regarding the virus that's going around right now.
Yeah.
And when we were talking about this, when did we start talking about possibly doing this? Was it Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was, before all of the announcements came out. And so we'd been thinking about how we wanted to do this, what we wanted to say, and to inform you guys. And then all of a sudden, like literally that afternoon.
Yeah. It was like within 12 hours of us like having this idea, I was like, oh, they closed Disneyland.
Yeah, less than. It was like within 4 hours, it was all of a sudden like, bloop, Disneyland's going to close. Bloop, Disney Cruise Line's going to close. Bloop, Disney Paris is closed. Bloop, all of this other stuff's going.
Everything.
And I literally messaged Ian and I was like, are we still going to do this episode and not just say, hey guys, everything's closed? But we do have some things that we want to bring up.
Yeah.
So, long intro into getting into this.
Yes. So, as most of you are aware, but maybe not all, Disney first closed Disneyland based on information from the governor.
Yes.
Due to congregations of certain numbers of people. I can't remember what the number was, 250 people or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so they closed Disneyland at that time. And then it was the 12th when they made this announcement. They made the announcement to close Disneyland starting on the 14th, so like today.
Yes.
Was the day that they were going to, or say the 15th, I don't remember. Anyway, they were going to go close the park in a few days.
That was Saturday. It was the
Saturday,
14th.
14th, okay. They were going to close the park.
Friday the 13th.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah.
And so they decided they were going to close it on that date, and then they had like an extra day or two to get everyone out of the resorts. So that was kind of their plan. And it was like, oh, so they're just going to close Disneyland? That's interesting, whatever. And then they, I think it was the next morning, or was it later that night?
No, it was later that day
because it was earlier in the day on Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
But then the announcement came that Disney Cruise Line was going to be closing down because their port is right there in Florida too, and with all the cruise line stuff going on right now that everybody's, afraid of because, you don't know what people are traveling with, and being trapped on a boat means that you're probably going to be infected a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
A little bit more guaranteed.
Yeah.
So they closed that down. They said that they were going to close down Paris after all of the Italy closed down completely, and
Italy's
that has nothing.
Italy's closed.
Yeah, just the country of Italy is closed.
Right.
And so Paris was like, yeah, we should at least close our park.
Right.
And then it wasn't until we got home that you and I had been talking again that all of a sudden I got a ping from my friend Ray actually on my post that I said that all those places had closed, and I'm like, for right now WDW looks like it's still open, and she's like, ping, she's like, actually they just sent out a message saying that that's closed too, and I was like, oh, okay. But today is actually the last day for that park.
Okay.
So Friday was the last day. Friday the 13th was the last day to get into Disneyland.
Okay.
And so they've already been closed. They've closed yesterday, today, till the end of the month.
Okay.
And then today's the last day for WDW to be open.
And then all the others are closing in the same time frame as WDW, right?
I believe so.
Okay, and then
if not, I mean, it's not like if they were closed yesterday, you're gonna be able to do anything about that.
Now, additionally, they for Walt Disney World, they have left the resorts open till the 16th. I believe was the date.
I'm not sure, because last I heard that the resorts were actually going to be staying open longer.
Okay.
I don't know. I could see it being a situation where, because the thing that you first think about are all the people that had wanted to do vacations. So people that are currently there, people that were on their way there, and then people that had to cancel their trips. But then also you have the added hiccup of having all of these displaced cast members and everything as well. Now, Disney has said that they are going to pay their cast members regular income, which I think is a great thing through the end of the closure. So if right now it's through the end of the month, if it prolongs past that, then Disney will keep going. So unlike a lot of other companies that we hear about or the government and they can't make decisions, I'm very happy to hear that Disney has decided to make sure that their cast members can still buy groceries and pay their bills, even if they're not able to share the magic with us like we would prefer. You know, they're taking care of their cast, and that's super important. But with the international cast members, I'm not sure how that travel's going to go and all of that hootenanny. So I believe they were keeping the resorts open a little bit longer than 2 days.
Okay, so they're still kind of working through that. And if we want to, do we want to stick on the what the company's doing, or do we want to kind of keep going on just down the list?
Well, let's stick with right now. So, if you had a vacation planned and are obviously not able to go down there and experience it right now, Disney also has taken your finances kind of into account. One thing that was posted, and I really should have, I was trying to actually find the other the article where I showed you about the annual pass holders.
Was that on Disney's website, or was that like a separate article?
It was a screen cap from one of my annual pass holder groups that I'm part of that had said, so tickets. First off, I'm an annual pass holder, and this was in the annual pass holders group, so of course they highlighted that area. And it says that anybody who has an AP for the number of days that Disney is closed, they are going to extend your annual pass that many days. So that way you still get the full 365 days worth of Disney, which is really great. For the rest, it says, may I get a refund on my ticket? Unexpired multi-day theme park tickets with unused days or date-specific theme park tickets will, or with a start date on or before March 31st of 2020, will automatically be extended to use any date through December 15th of 2020. If you're unable to visit by December 15th, 2020, you may apply the value of a wholly unused ticket towards the purchase of a ticket for the future dates. And then Florida resident Discovery Disney tickets, which is the one that Chad had originally had before he got his AP, may be used through July 31st of 2020. So less time, but I mean, they're residents. It's a little bit easier for them to get down there versus someone like up here from Minnesota, like our friend Rainey, who has to basically create a whole brand new vacation.
Like a completely new vacation, which is just it's so hard. So.
And then any guests who have purchased tickets for Disney After Hours, Disney Villains After Hours, and Disney Early Morning Magic from March 16th, 2020 through March 31st, 2020 will be automatically refunded. So there are the ticket updates regarding all of that. So I think that is very reasonable of them. Not making them, eat days or... they're willing to work with you to either plan something in the future or for the special stuff to just give you the money back. So
absolutely,
that was good.
So it seems like it seems like monetarily they're trying to make it as good as possible, but in terms of like timing, what do you do? Like it just sucks. So, anyway, that's just kind of the way it's going to be either way. But so in terms of the company. Since they're closing all this stuff down, they're also giving away food. You didn't mention that yet. They're giving away all of the excess food
Yeah.
Which is kind of a neat thing, because like otherwise it would just go to waste. So
well,
not,
when you
right?
think about all the food that they grow there and they have on hand for the hundreds of thousands of people that are on property every day, whether it be any location.
Right.
I believe they said that the Florida location is going to Second Harvest.
Oh, okay, cool.
For the food giveaway donations. I'm not sure where they said it was going in California.
Okay.
But all of the food that was purchased already by Disney is being given away to make sure that it goes to people who need it, which with people not being able to go to schools and get their lunches or, income things and all of that, it's just another great thing that Disney's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in addition, we kind of talked about a little bit about the what are we trying to say? The international cast members, but also the college students, the college program. They've just canceled the spring program.
Yeah, that's as far as I saw.
Okay.
A lot of the people who had applied for the spring 2020 college program got a notification the other day saying that their college program has been either shortened or canceled. So if they are currently a college program cast member, it got shortened. If they were going to be coming in, it's just been canceled, which makes me wonder, and you could probably puzzle on this as well. Once they reopen, if they don't have college program cast members because they're all over the place.
That's true.
How are they going to get back on their feet? How are the parks going to be, because it's the college program cast members that run rides. It's the college program that do food. It's the college program that do merch. Like, Disney survives on the college program.
It's certainly a big chunk of their workforce. You do have to wonder if, since they're expecting it just the spring program, maybe they know that summer will be okay again and they can get back up on their feet then. But yeah, it's a good question.
And I mean, we know people who had been in the college program, and it's for a few months.
Yeah.
And so if they're canceling just spring, like none of the people that were coming down, that means that they're going to have like a gap for a few months. At least to build up before the summer college program kids are able to come in.
Right.
So I'm really wondering how that's going to impact the parks once they finally decide to reopen.
They also do have a lot of kind of seasonal or part-time people that are kind of just in the reserves, so they probably could kind of focus on, maybe like kind of rally that crew and try to bring some people in that way. But it is very interesting.
Yeah.
So, and then just from a kind of more of a corporate perspective, all of the other Disney kind of subsidiaries are trying to push people to work from home. So that includes like ESPN, Disney Television, Disney Studios, Parks and Experiences, just all of their main subsidiaries. They're basically like, if you can work from home, which is pretty common across most corporate environments right now, or they're trying to get to that way. So they're right on track, maybe a little bit ahead of the curve with that. So Little Mermaid, the live action, so that's currently halted production while this is all going on. And as we know, that certainly sets are not immune to the COVID-19. So I think there's a number of productions around, not just Disney, that have shut down during all of this, probably for at least a month.
I think I sent you a little snippet, and on there it even says Universal Pictures, Sony Pictures, Disney has halted production. The Marvel shows that they were working on creating for Disney Plus, they've stopped. So just there's going to be a gap as far as when we see the new product come out. However weird that sounds.
Right. And and so and then they delayed like Mulan and like
that was another thing that happened. So what was it, Friday? I got a text message because we go see the premiere of the Disney shows, so we can go ahead and give you guys a rundown, and we had already purchased tickets for Mulan. And all of a sudden I got a text message out of the blue from the theater, and it said that your tickets have been canceled, that the studio has changed the release date, and you will be refunded. And so they haven't come out with a new release date.
At all yet.
At all.
Yeah.
But yesterday I was watching television, and they still have commercials for Mulan listing that release date. So I don't know.
Yeah, my understanding is it seems like a lot of, because there's been a number of shows that have been delayed from multiple studios, and most of them don't have a new release date scheduled, which is kind of interesting that they just decided not to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they're not going to want to have people come to the movie theaters and be surrounded by all of these people, and so obviously box offices would then suffer, which then they wouldn't be able to recomp the funds that they used to make the movies.
Right.
I'm just hoping that it's not people being racist because Mulan is Chinese.
Oof.
And we hear about that.
Go there yet.
Yeah, we hear about that with, small mom and pop restaurants, even here in Minnesota, that people are being racist and not supporting them, which I think is totally wrong.
Totally icky.
But I could totally see those people doing the same dang thing
with Mulan. Somehow they'd find a way to make that a thing. So
anytime that they can make racism happen, they try.
Yeah. So
boo.
Additionally, so Shop Disney now Disney's doing some stuff for the public too. So the Shop Disney, which is the app, and there's a website too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They're doing $25 off, 25% off for orders of $100 or more with free shipping, which is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to release or make available more of the park exclusive merch that you would have had to go down there for to be able to purchase. And I did see someone on my AP group make a post talking about getting like Cherry Tree Lane dress and the Orange Bird headband, Mickey ears, which I believe would have been a park exclusive. What do you think? I mean, it was made for the Flower and Garden Festival, which is normally a park exclusive.
Usually a park exclusive. I would say that was probably should have been a park exclusive, in my guess.
So they might have been able to. So they might free it up a little bit if there's something that you want from the Disney parks that you're not able to get down there for. It might be a time to look for it, but.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney also is going to be able to survive this a lot easier than mom and pop shops. So I love Disney, and we're giving you updates about Disney. But if you need to purchase anything, I will flat out just say go to your local stores.
Yeah.
Mom and pop shops. They'll survive. Disney will survive.
Disney will survive this. But yes, there's a lot of small businesses that might struggle to do that.
We're a community. We're a Disney community. We are a living community, American community first. So just make sure that you're supporting everybody.
Yep, absolutely. Additionally, Disney Plus has released Frozen 2 3 months early onto the platform, which is, I am a little bit surprised that they did that, to be honest. I'm a little surprised they did that.
Why?
Yeah. Because they were, this was, the Disney Plus is such a young platform, and I think they were trying to set the precedent that they were like, we still have our agreements with early releases, we got all this stuff. So, we're going to make it so you have to wait till June, which, made sense to me. Like, that would have been, like, their policy. But instead, they absolutely didn't do that, and they're like, we're trying to make this better for everyone, so we're just going to drop it on the platform immediately.
I thought that was a huge thing for Disney to do with the amount of people that are quarantining themselves, being proactive about it, as well as listening to their community and all of that. Literally this morning our governor decided that schools are going to be closed for the next 2 weeks. So it gives parents an opportunity and an option for their kids that were not expected to stay home to be able to have something positive come out of this.
Absolutely.
So
it's I think it's a very nice gesture from Disney to do that, and it is, and I am curious to see what kind of precedent that will set for the platform after this. Is this going to be like that fluky thing, or people are going to start to expect content to arrive on the platform sooner because of this? So I'm just kind of curious to see what's going to happen there. Though that's sort of an irrelevant thing.
I mean, this does show that obviously production companies, they have access to the movies, so they can put them up whenever they want to.
Right.
But this is just, it's something that, again, Disney is trying to do the best they can, I think, to help people work through all of this, as all of us are.
Absolutely.
We're disappointed that vacations were cut short or canceled. It is better in the long run. I did see a number of articles which made me actually very nervous, where it was if I have to die because of this, I'd rather do it in the happiest place on earth.
Yikes.
Which then, as someone who has a compromised immune system, makes me very like scared
Yeah.
that someone would consciously be like, well, I know that I have it and I know I'm contagious, but
Right.
I'm going to go focus on me and infect
people. Yeah.
not
not
hundreds
worry.
of people without care.
Right. Which is, it's just a little, I mean, the sentiment I'm sure was supposed to be funny, like at the time, like it's like, well, here we go, just whatever, this is it. But I think that's not the way to.
No.
Not the way to do that.
Now, that also doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out and live your life, but just be cautious. Make sure that you're keeping, good hygiene practices. Wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer when there isn't soap and water available.
Right.
Even when I came over here today, the first thing I did after taking off my jacket and everything was to wash my hands because that's polite.
Yeah.
And you don't. If you're going to have these interactions, you want to make sure that you're not accidentally sharing something.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
that's the same thing with traveling to Disney or really any place.
Any place. Yeah. We both work for large corporations, and we literally, you can't tell from the camera, but we are literally sitting on top of each other. So, I mean, like, we have to make some, effort to be, somewhat clean.
I mean, it looks like we're spread out a little bit on here.
But we really are not.
No, we're like butt cheek to butt cheek, which is fine. I like you.
Our listeners are probably just like, what's happening now?
Oh, they're used to us.
Yeah, they're used to us now
come
at
on,
this
guys.
point. Yeah, absolutely.
As far as the future goes, everything's up in the air,
Right.
and that is all we know.
Right.
So we are aware that the parks are closed, and therefore the resorts will also be closed through the end of the month.
Yep.
We have a plan going down April 17th.
Right.
And so we don't know if this is going to impact that.
We don't. Yeah, they just haven't.
And we are keeping open in regards to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At this point, I'm like, if it's open and we go, we go. If not, there's probably a good reason that we wouldn't. So, just trying to go with the flow at this point. But I can see why. For us, though, we also can be like, we'll go again. Like, it's not a problem. But there's a lot of people.
We're not the people that do it the once in a lifetime
time thing, and there's a lot of people that's affecting right now. And that's a big thing. But so I'm thinking before we sign off with you, I think we should also mention just general practices. If you are going to see a show locally, just because I'm in the arts and you're in the arts and this is our thing.
Yeah.
If they cancel a show, most places allow you to donate tickets, and I would highly suggest that you donate your tickets. It's not a ton of money usually to do that, and it'll help them so much trying to your favorite.
If you could afford to go to the show, then let the artist keep.
Yes.
What you were contributing for your
for them.
ticket or for any
Right.
merch that you were going to buy or anything along
Right.
those lines.
Because they now can't. This was going to be their job.
Livelihood.
They had scheduled everything around for this, and they no longer have it at all. And then there's a lot of times they have no fallback. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they're working retail. And a lot of places are not letting people work there either. So.
Same with conventions. I had a convention that was supposed to be going on next weekend that's been canceled because the state of Minnesota has a 250-person cap on any gatherings, which we understand and makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that means that the entire dealer room, where I know at least half of the people there, they have their little shops that they might not even have a brick and mortar location for, that they depend on these sort of gatherings, conventions, places to make money to survive, and now they won't have an income stream coming in. So I posted earlier about still reaching out to them to buy whatever merchandise you were going to collect at that convention.
Yeah.
Or the other big one is buy gift cards. If you don't have an idea about what you want now, but you would have given them money eventually, that little $25, $50 gift card will help them make sure that they can still keep the lights on at their house, put food on the table for their family, and just keep going. Same with the mom and pop restaurants. Just really bring it small, guys. Bring it local. Don't give money to big box stores just because they might have everything. In fact, a lot of things that are being posted on Facebook right now are, the stores that have run out of toilet paper, like Walmarts and Targets and all of them. If you go to the local, like the little Russian supermarket right next to my place, has stuff.
Yeah, people just don't think about it.
No, and so this is a good way for you to be able to support your local community, small business, and make sure that you're being taken care of as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking forward to Disney reopening and getting back into our usual stuff. And obviously, we're going to keep plugging on the way we do. We have our schedule done already, and we're gonna keep plugging along with the podcast. So no worries there. We'll of course keep you alert if there's anything that changes, but for us right now, we're soldiering on with our deal.
And surprisingly, I know that this is kind of out of the blue, but our next actual episode is our 100th episode, guys.
Yeah.
We've been doing this.
Yeah, this is
for a while now.
Yeah, this is going to be
shocking.
A bonus episode. This will not count into
This is not our 100th episode.
This is counting officially in our actual feed. This is counting as a bonus episode. So
just like our very first movie review was
also as well.
Yeah.
So we have kind of our normal schedule, but then we reserve the right to stick extra episodes if we want them. So that's how this one's being build. So
yeah.
Anyway, so we're hoping
keep listening for our 100th episode coming up next Saturday.
Holy moly.
Yeah, and we're going to be just a little preview. We're going to be reviewing our first episode ever.
Yeah, we're reviewing our own first episode.
So it's just a look back, see how we've changed, how our opinions might have changed, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I am very excited. Well,
thank you so much for sticking it out with us, guys. Thank you for understanding. Thank you, Disney, for everything that you're trying to do to keep everybody safe. People, public, cast members, the whole Disney family. Yeah. And we will see you again later. This has been WD Carousel Podcast. My name's Crystal.
And I'm Ian.
And we hope you have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye, everybody.